Following a number of tedious rounds of unsuccessful talks over the course of the past 12 months, Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk have finally signed a contract for a fight to determine who will hold the undisputed title in the heavyweight division. The match will take place in Saudi Arabia in either December or January, as was initially reported by ESPN. Therefore, keep watching this video to witness an analysis of the fighters Oleksandr Usyk and Tyson Fury, as well as a teaser of who is likely to emerge victorious. Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk. What happens in the ring between Fury and Usyk will not change the fact that they will be inducted into the Hall of Fame on the first vote, but it will go a long way toward ensuring that they're included on the fabled list of the greatest heavyweights of all time. When receiving a significant amount of criticism when the match with Usyk fell through in March, Fury went on to agree to a fight against an MMA fighter a few months later. Now, Fury has to show his worth by putting on not one, but two high-profile heavyweight fights spaced many months apart. Thus, he could utilize the fight with Ngannou to shake off any ring rust and get into top condition for Usyk, who is a smaller and quicker heavyweight who will try to beat Fury to the punch. If Tyson Fury is successful in defeating Oleksandr Usyk, his reputation will be cemented as that of the best heavyweight of his age. But a victory would mean significantly more to Usyk if he were to achieve it. He would go on to achieve success similar to that of the legendary Evander Holyfield, another boxer who dominated the cruiserweight class, and then went on to capture the heavyweight belt, which was a career-defining moment for him. As an example, in a nail-biting battle for the heavyweight title in 1996, Holyfield defeated Mike Tyson.
What happened here?
He got bit, I think.
Evander Holyfield, look out, he's pushed right here, above us.
And this victory came just before the famed Bite Fight rematch. Therefore, with a win, Usyk will strengthen his cause to take over the top spot in ESPN's pound-for-pound rankings, which is now held by Terence Crawford. How does Fury and Usyk stack up against one another? Boxer Tyson Fury has a unique set of skills, including the ability to flick a precision jab and box off the back foot with sharp blows. He's exceptionally light on his feet for a boxer who stands 6'9" and weighs 270 pounds. And he displayed his talent when he outboxed Klitschko in the year 2015. Fury has refined his technique over the course of the previous several years. Now he favors mauling his adversaries, making use of his enormous stature and weight in the clinch to deplete his opponents and break them down. The tactic was used by Fury to great success in the second and third bouts with Deontay Wilder, which were devastating beatdowns of probably one of the greatest punchers in the history of the heavyweight division. Thus, it's quite possible that Fury will fight Usyk using the same strategy.
Supernatural strength. Fury throwing that uppercut again. And down goes Wilder, and that's it.
Also, why would Fury bother trying to outbox a world-class boxer like Usyk when he has the advantage of using what is estimated to be an additional 50 pounds in weight on fight night? In other words, he's able to lean on Usyk, which allows him to drain the energy from his legs. Usyk, on the other hand, will undoubtedly use angles and precise footwork in order to time Fury's counterstrikes and keep himself out of harm's way. It's imperative that Usyk keeps the action in the middle of the ring and avoids being forced into the ropes by his opponent. In addition, his most recent fight was against Anthony Joshua, who's likely a stronger puncher than Tyson Fury. And this means he has already fought bigger and stronger opponents. However, he's not even close to being on the same level as Fury as a boxer. Additionally, Usyk is a southpaw, which has historically presented challenges for Fury. Just think about the bout against Otto Wallin to see how difficult it was for him to get the win by decision. So, it seems like both fighters may win this bout, although Fury has a tiny advantage going into it. According to Deontay Wilder, there will be one undisputed victor. The impending battle for the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk has been discussed by Deontay Wilder, and the American fighter is of the opinion that there will be a single dominant victor. Due to the fact that Wilder and Fury were both protagonists in one of the most successful trilogies published in recent years, Wilder has prior experience competing against Fury, but the Bronze Bomber was unable to defeat the Brit in either of these fights after the first one ended in a draw, and before Fury was able to halt him in the two that followed. Even though Wilder does not know what he will do next, he'll be keeping a close watch on the Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk fight because he's certain that Fury's size will be too much for Usyk, who's renowned for his smooth boxing style. Also, the sheer magnitude of Fury is what propels him to further success.
When I see him and Usyk, how they cheated Cunningham with that clubbing, he laid his weight on him and then he grabbed him and clubbed him and stuff. I can see him doing the same thing with Usyk, putting his weight on him and stuff like that. I do think Usyk has more skill, but when it comes to the size and stuff, I don't think Usyk will be able to compete with the size or the hanging and stuff. But who knows? You know, that's just my opinion.
Francis Ngannou responds to the news. The news that Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk had signed a contract to meet each other for the undisputed heavyweight title in Saudi Arabia was revealed, and the former UFC heavyweight champion Francis seems to be bewildered, if not a little humiliated, by the announcement. Of course, during this period, Fury has other responsibilities to attend to, including preparing for his actual boxing match against Ngannou, who has never competed in a professional boxing match before. Also, this bout is scheduled for the 28th of October and will take place in Saudi Arabia. However, Tyson Fury will not have to defend his WBC heavyweight belt in this fight. And another reason is that the only way a bout between Fury and Usyk can take place is if Fury is able to defeat Ngannou as anticipated, without suffering any significant injuries in the process. Also, it would seem that the preparations to crown a single champion in the heavyweight class would be derailed by a defeat, which is a feat that has not been accomplished in the heavyweight division since Lennox Lewis did it in 1999. Ngannou made it clear in his first public comments after the news was released that he had no intention of being a pushover, and he stated this purpose explicitly. Ngannou remarked in a piece that he published on X, "I have been underestimated and doubted in the past. We'll have to see. Battle of the baddest, #Fury Ngannou, #counting chickens." Ngannou just posted in a follow-up post that he expects Fury to not have medical clearance to face Usyk once he's through with him. This statement was made in a sly manner. "I really don't understand how Tyson can fight in December after what's going to happen on 10/28? Emoji. Mike Tyson, a legend in the heavyweight division, is Ngannou's trainer at the moment. On the other hand, Ngannou severed his ties with the UFC earlier this year and entered into a multi-fight agreement with the Professional Fighters League. One of the stipulations of that contract gives him permission to seek a boxing battle. Therefore, it's generally agreed upon that Ngannou will earn the most money in his career when he faces Fury. Eddie Hearn has revealed a critical fact about the agreed agreement. The contract for the Tyson Fury vs. Oleksandr Usyk bout has been finalized, and the battle for the undisputed heavyweight world championship will take place within the near future. On the other hand, a competing promoter named Eddie Hearn has said that spectators may be given the opportunity to see not just one, but two fights. Hearn does not have any connections to any of the parties, and as a result, he has been more than eager to break the beans on what he's learned through the rumor mill inside boxing. Hearn said the following on IFL TV over the weekend.
But I've heard that there's a rematch clause, whatever happens. So it's probably plus.
This would imply that there's a guaranteed two-way rematch provision, which has developed into a semi-common feature in major bouts over the last several years. It would make it possible for whoever came out of the losing end of the battle between Fury and Usyk to trigger the rematch clause, and compel the two of them to engage in a second bout that would have to take place immediately after the first one. In a separate interview the day before, Hearn expressed his support for the idea, stating,
It's the fight Fury should be taking. It's the fight he should have taken previously to now.
Leave a comment below letting us know who you believe has the better chance of winning between Fury and Usyk and explain why you think so. And that wraps things up. We appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Please hit the subscribe button and we'll see you in the next one.